All right, welcome to Digital Robbie, second recording. If you want to look directly at the audience, you can look at right into the camera.
Hello,
but, we have
hello, audience. I'm looking right at you.
Andy Harter and Casey Judson.
Hello.
Yes.
With your respective.
Here we are.
I know you're excited to see us.
Your respective social media handles.
Oh, you want us to announce them?
I actually also, you know what? I don't think I loaded it in, but I have your the promo. I can put up the promo for your Tuesday open mic.
Oh yeah,
as God intended it.
Yeah, it's comedy as God intended it.
Do you want me to? I can spend a minute and pull it up right now.
Oh, do you have a poster that I
have
a new one for this week, but any one you use will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just as long as you make sure to come out. Everyone who hears this, you have to come out, or if you don't, you're a bad person.
Sure.
Yeah, 401 15th Avenue East on.
Should I just? I'll get it.
Capitol Hill.
You can talk between each other.
Reason being, it's comedy as God intended it because it's inside of a tent. And
yeah, I should.
And because Casey is so clever with words.
Yes, I'm known as a wordsmith. Thank you. I know he's being sarcastic, but also if that joke offended you, it was not my intention to do that. Also, I'm going to
kill. You said that 3 times in my presence now. And
I know. I like to say it every time.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I don't think it's that good. I think it's so bad that it's.
It's just what I mean.
It's just fun, is what it is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Here we go. Here's your modified promo pic.
Oh wow. I like that.
I mean,
whoever designed that is a genius.
I put the black borders on it because
really impressive graphics.
I was like, hey, could I get a landscape? And you're like, this is a landscape.
This is a landscape. True story of me going through a car wash, and that bear there waves to you as you leave the car wash.
Yeah.
And as I'm leaving, I like go, "Fuck you, bear," you know. You know.
But I'm mostly because you're friends with the bear, so it's like not a big deal.
No, it's time to look at your life and make some changes when you're angry at an automated bear.
Does it its arm moves?
Yeah, it goes like this.
It's
over there on Lake City Way, right by the.
That's why you're paying. That's why they charge extra 75 cents.
Right, because of the friendly bear at the end. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Brown Bear Car Wash, sponsored. All these businesses are going to be like, we're not sponsoring this at all, really.
Did you ever hear about when Doug Stanhope was like endorsing like this cheap vodka like against their will?
Pop-Off vodka.
Yeah.
I've heard his bid on it.
It was great.
And he's like, I'm not a sponsor of Pop-Off vodka, but I should be because it's like in a plastic bottle.
Yeah.
And it's like represents the...
Yeah, and he'd bring a great big banner on stage and everything. Like, shit killed me. That was where I learned that all vodka is the same, is during that bit.
Oh.
And he's all talking about how like Grey Goose is for douchebags because it's no better than like the shittiest shit ever. Like it's all like as opposed to like tequila or whiskey. Right. Like the difference between top shelf and bottom shelf is huge. But with vodka, according to Stanhope, which I believe everything he says.
Stanhope is amazing.
He says it's all the same shit.
You like Doug Stanhope?
I don't think I could name. I don't think I know Doug Stanhope very well. Yeah.
I'm
all right. I think I have to go.
You have to go?
Yeah.
He loves.
I believed you for like. I was like, well, it's not a huge loss, but.
No, it's a big loss.
But it
by the way, who's the third wheel in this group?
That's like the logo.
I think you and I have to flip a coin.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely not Robbie.
He can't be the third wheel. He's
no.
Yeah, well, like,
he's
you
the
leave,
front
please?
Wheel.
We'd like to be alone. It's a little awkward. I'm just kidding. Just joking.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm okay.
I love this. It's a great podcast so far.
Yeah, I'm
I think we're going to change the game. Andy was talking. We were going to make this a permanent thing. Every single day, 7 days a week podcast.
You could lower the mic a little more, like angle. I don't know. Do you feel like it's covering your your face too much? I guess it's.
Maybe he's
I should have done that. I should have done that.
That's what I'd do if I had his face.
Cover my face. Look, it's Andy over there.
As long as you don't do a spit take.
It's
on
Andy
the mic,
over there doing a bit, pretending I'm not handsome. Good one. That's good.
I have no questions.
That's it. We're done.
All right.
Oh wait, no.
I made notes.
You asked me. You asked me if I had any questions. About,
you should get angry and be like, "Don't ask me any questions. It's my podcast." Like that. That'd be pretty funny.
I don't know.
Editing,
I'm gonna adjust this curtain.
Don't like it?
It doesn't matter.
He's a perfectionist. Robbie is a perfectionist.
It's not even in the shot.
So
I think this episode will be gold for the highlights. I think somehow we're gonna have really funny stuff happen.
Definitely, like when you trim it from an hour down to 6 minutes, it'll be like 6 minutes of gold.
I was I don't know if I should say this, but I was taking a class earlier on Zoom, the video conference thing.
I've heard of it.
And we're doing some sign language thing, and my classmate brought a pistol, like a gun, onto the screen and pretended to go shoot a dog.
Oh wow!
He was like, "I don't like dogs."
Wow, that's pretty fun.
It's because we had to practice interrupting people.
Oh, did the dog play along and have fake blood and fall over? And stuff?
No, but I said that I don't think there was really a dog, but I was like, "Hey, I hear some ambulance sirens because somebody killed a dog." That's what I said to him, and then he was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Oh, nice. And they're on their way to take you to doggy murder jail.
Yeah, I told him to move. I was like, if you don't like dogs,
just for that.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. That's a good question.
You made it sound like there was.
Nah, it's just I can make up things on the spot. Just bullshit. Unlimited bullshit supply.
Right on. Doggy murder jail.
Hey, by the way, this guy over here is like an animal murderer on the topic.
Yeah,
not a murderer, like a mercy killer. He's
actually, you know what's funny is that after me and my friend had that talk and I wrote that bit, I realized that I've actually killed quite a few animals.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying, I think honesty is the foundation of good art, and you brought it up, so
that's true.
I've killed I'm 44. I mean the last time was when I was 18, so I like to think I'm not that person now. But yeah, I once beat a duck to death. Did I tell you about that, Robbie?
You told it. I heard it on stage.
Yeah.
Basically, it was an accident. Your friend broke its neck, and
that
then you were
was euthanasia. That
the Hemlock Society.
It had to happen.
It's an enjoyable bit.
Oh,
I've been enjoying it. I love that you just tell it so proudly.
Well, like I said, I wrote that joke in a completely unique way that I've never written a joke before, and I'm planning on writing many since, which is I just took some mushrooms with a friend of mine, and we just hung out, and I kept the phone on record the whole time. And so we're just goofing around for hour and a half, and I got one little 5 minutes out of it. But I mean, yeah, it has a nice conversational sort of a flow to it.
Do you have no more LaCroix?
I have a lot of LaCroix at home.
Yeah, I should. You know what? We need a mini fridge in here.
Totally. I was making you thirsty. The lime ones.
Just the lights.
Oh, I have I have some spin drifts in the trunk.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're good. Do you like them?
Yeah. You don't have to get them there.
Oh, but if
we're
you
only
want one,
we're only 8 minutes in.
Yeah, if you can get the camera to follow me down the steps, do a tracking shot.
I could.
Set up the dolly. And
I've gotten up and adjusted the volume enough times.
Oh, right. You're tired by now.
We can probably even.
Is my volume good, or is it? Am I blasting
your volume,
eardrums
I
out?
turned Andy's up, and then I realized I didn't need to, and so I turned it back down. And
well, I hope I sound okay.
You sound great, okay. As long as it's not hitting the red.
I hope I
there.
didn't put you on the spot by mentioning the the duck murder thing.
Dude, I think if it's in his material, I don't think he'd care about bringing it up.
I'm not a call out person. I'm just like, it's fun.
I'm not sure I would have brought it up, but since you did,
yeah. I think that's what you're supposed to do. You know, like you're supposed to bring up things about me that I don't want to be brought up, and then.
No, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do.
Oh, shit. All right.
So what was it that you wanted to do?
Yeah, what do you want to do? Gay? Senior gay porn? So we're gonna
my gay porn.
I'm doing a senior gay porn.
Oh, senior or
senior citizens.
Oh, okay.
Senior for short. Senior. Yeah. Not a senior. That's very respectful gay porn. Senior gay porn. Yes.
Yeah. Senior.
Yeah.
Well, first you got to teach them how to click onto the internet browser.
Oh, seniors, right. Yeah. Well, if you wanna, if life gives you lemons, make a lemon party. Oh,
I heard about that.
Yeah.
That's,
the lemon party.
Yeah.
It's funny to say lemon party, and then two people know what it is, and they laugh, and then the other people I go look it up. No, really.
Is it?
I implore you, look it up.
It's old people peeing on each other or something.
Or it's like I've never looked up that sick shit. No, it's old people.
Wait, how do you sleep? How do you sleep with yourself
having various
at night?
Forms of intercourse with each other.
Oh, various forms.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're peeing on each other. I haven't really watched the entire video, to be honest. But it is a thing. It's also a cultural meme where it's even been mentioned in like 30 Rock and stuff. They put it. Someone will mention lemon party.
I think there's a DJ that made a song.
Rock. Is that show still?
I don't know if it's on now, but I mean, I've seen a clip where there's someone they mentioned it. The writers slipped.
Well, it's like Liz Lemon, right? So.
Oh, is that right?
Liz Lemon is Tina Fey's character on it. So.
Oh, right. Yes. Double meaning.
I mean, they've done, yeah. I didn't watch a whole lot of that show.
I gotta avoid TV because I forget that I'll get into an uncomfortable spot because I haven't watched any of it. So because you could just bullshit for a while, but what's your favorite episode?
So have you seen Mike Rowe's Dirty Jobs when he's a comedian? I'm just kidding.
No, I've heard a lot about it though. I think even you, Beckham, you know TV real well. You're always recommending stuff, and everybody is, and then I always forget to watch most all of it. I watch some shows though, I got a few shows I like.
I think I should put the intro in post. It would be less difficult.
What's wrong?
What?
Why didn't you like it?
Oh, it just me getting up the mouse the wireless mouse situation. It was just I like how this becomes a meta podcast about just doing the podcast.
Oh, that's fine. It's fascinating actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually probably what they want. I've watched comedy shows. I mean, I'm a comedian, or I was a comedian. I used to be a comedian. Anyways.
Are you still having an identity crisis over whether or not you're a comedian?
Anyways. No, it's a bit. Yeah. Anyways, I was watching somebody at, I think, is there 2 UCB theaters in LA? Anyways, I think I was at one of them.
One of them went out of business, right?
Probably.
Yeah. That's what JD, a shout out to JD.
Oh, yeah, JDK.
By the way, I wanted to take this opportunity to shout out people.
Wait, can I tell the story first?
Oh, yes,
I was watching a comedian, and they were telling a story. They were doing a bit, and then they went beyond the bit and talked about how they constructed it, and then they confessed to the audience that you don't want to hear about this. But in my head, I was like, I want to hear about this.
That's the thing you want to hear about.
Yeah,
that's the thing you want to hear about.
Behind the scenes, it's like
personal problems.
VH1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been feeling like I've been sitting around a long time, just sitting, and then I'm starting to feel
various
like
types of sitting.
I'm very out of physical condition, and so I've just been sitting and thinking about that for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
While getting in poor physical condition.
Yeah. I didn't really think it through that far, but yeah.
I have a bit I've tried to work out on stage about how I'm on stage avoiding the problems that I could be fixing if I wasn't on stage then.
All right. So you just need to stay up there somehow. Just stay. Never leave there.
Never leave the stage.
Yeah, just keep. This
is my 24-hour set.
You know how they say stay in the bit? Just stay in the bit for a month.
And then I won't solve any problems.
Yeah, but then you won't. They'll all be gone. You'll just be on stage.
I think it will become one big problem. Being on stage will be my problem.
That's true.
Then inevitably I'll leave this. Yeah.
By the way, that was the idea behind getting a speaker. When I bought a portable speaker,
is you'd always be on stage?
Yeah, I could just take the stage and go where I want. And now it's like into some fucking sharing bullshit where I'm like sharing with the community or something. I told John, John Banning was like, now you can do this thing and you can have these people on and you can
have voice. That's a good voice.
You can have meet new people and have singers and dancers on and jugglers.
You're like, I don't want that. What do you
I just want to do comedy. Like I just wanted to be a comedian. Like and then occasionally you meet another person, if you have to. You know what I mean? But generally speaking, you just want to be the guy everyone wants to see. And then he's like, no one's gonna want to see that shit.
Nobody's gonna want to see just stand-up comedy.
No, just me in particular. I'm not gonna ever be as good as like John Banning or somebody like that.
Good at what? I need you to clarify.
No, John Banning is good at producing. He's better than me at that. I think so.
He probably used to produce like music shows or something. I think he said he had a bunch of famous musician friends.
Oh, I bet. I know. I've seen he's worked in movies. He's worked in movie production.
I think he like a few months after I met him, he gave me a CD. It was like, this is a electronic CD, electronic music. I think you might like this. And then I didn't listen to it for like 3 months, and then I was like, it was pretty good. There's like live drums on it, but then a little bit of something.
Yeah, he's really into music.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I like him a lot. Shout out to John Banning.
Yeah, I barely know.
I think I might have said something bad about him like a minute and a half ago, but that's all in the past.
Yeah, what did you say that was so bad about him?
Nothing, I don't think. I just...
Oh, that you were like, why would you want to control my speaker business?
No, it's just my own personal thing. We just had to look at things differently, that's all.
You know what you and John
I just talked with him on the Facebook Messenger just today.
Oh.
He was like...
What time today?
He was like 4:22 or something. No, I don't know. But
there's a time
he was asking me if there was any open mics.
You're like, Tuesday at the tent.
Yeah, Tuesday at the tent. That's right. If that's okay, sir.
Because it's his tent.
Yeah, he owns the tent. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, he went to California or something. He went into sexual addiction rehab.
Yeah, that's what the bit is, I think.
Yeah,
but it might be a true bit.
He's fucking funny, dude. He's really funny. I think he's underrated as a funny person. He's really sensitive, so he thinks he can't handle it when people don't like it. And I'm like, I love it when he like does like weird shit up there.
I'm just realizing what an asshole I am because I've been going to these things that he's been putting on since summertime. I don't know John at all. I've been going to his open mic every week for like 9 months. I don't know. I've never even talked to him.
Oh, well,
at all.
There's not much to say.
Well, I find a way to talk to other people.
He's hard to get to know a little bit.
He's not a compelling person.
Well,
he's not compelling.
I appreciate you.
That's funny.
Getting that one out of the way.
He's not compelling.
This is part of the highlights reel.
He's not interesting, folks. John Banning, at John Banning on Twitter. Hashtag not interesting. Oh wait, not compelling.
Are you live tweeting? But
by the way, man, I wanted to talk about if it's okay. Do I have permission, or is it your turn, or is it Andy's turn
to talk?
Yes. Well, I guess I'll just go.
I think whoever's got something to say.
Anyway, I'm real interested in the. Have you heard of the new social media app Clubhouse?
No, what's it about?
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't heard about it. You seem to know everything.
I think I've heard of it. Is it a game? You play games over it?
No, it's basically like radio, and it's becoming real popular. It's only platform now for iPhones.
Oh, okay.
And follow me. I need followers. I would like. I mean, I don't.
You got me into Anchor.
I don't need, but I would like some followers. Currently, I have 4 followers. Most people have thousands, or I have 4. But it's at Case Judd.
At Case Judd, just like your other handles.
Yep. As Case Judd on Clubhouse, and it's only platform for iPhone right now, so only iPhone users have it. But Emily Knows Everything is on there, and
right.
she's doing things, but hers is not that good because you get in a room and it's like 40,000 Emily fans.
So it's audio. It's just audio, or
yeah,
what?
it's audio, and you can start your own room, and people can see if whoever you're following, they'll see you're in a room. And so people know you. You can get on there, and they just have like long conversations. And I will say that the rooms are only as good as the moderators.
Okay.
So there could be, if you have someone who doesn't know how to moderate, you'll have rooms where it's just a mess. But they're moderated, and they let people take turns, and people are talking about serious things.
Wait,
there's no liking, there's no texting.
How many people can moderate at once?
I think you have a person who starts a room, and then you can have as many moderators you can add in as you'd like, so that you can go have a sandwich or go to bed, and sometimes the conversations keep going. But what I like is I have 20 people I follow, and then
so there's a chat, and then there's the audio. It's just audio?
It's all audio.
But then there's everybody's on audio?
Everyone's on audio. Well, and also not everyone's there's also say you go into a room and there's 20 people who are part of the stage, meaning they have live mics. Then you have people who are listening. So you can also just go into a room and listen.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Is it called listening, or is it like lurking or something?
No, I mean I think it's just called the waiting room or listen. But you have a little circle with your face. You can see.
You're in a different room and you can't talk.
You can't talk, but you can always start one yourself. You know what I mean? With 5 people you want or whatever. And then you can also leave a room easily and go into one. And a lot of
it's only on the phone. You can't do it on your computer then.
I'm not sure about that, actually.
Okay.
It might be possible. I don't know. I think it's just on the iPhone.
Huh.
It's kind of interesting. You can check it out too sometime if you want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I have
check
2.
It out
by the
right
way,
now.
I have 2, but later. But I have 2 invites. They give you 2 invites, so they're real hard to come by. So it's kind of interesting. So a lot of people want to get in it and they can't. And I just was on a thing, and a gal I don't even know was like, "Hey, anybody?" Oh, I was on a Facebook joke group, and someone just said, "Hey, does anybody want to invite to Clubhouse?" And then a few of us volunteered, and I was the only one who had iPhone, so I got the invite from this Asian gal. And now she sends me a lot of twerking videos
of her.
Yeah, some of them are of her, Asian gal twerking, and then more professionally.
Is she in the U.S.?
yeah. Well, I forgot where she lives. Anyway, no one cares about that. I don't think. Just realizing that. But anyway, Clubhouse.
We'll edit that
Clubhouse
out.
is interesting. So if you're interested in it, I think it's kind of cool.
It sounds intriguing.
Yeah, it's basically, I love it. It's back to old school radio, and it's making people, instead of the most interesting part I think is that via text or on posting on Facebook, people are ruder to one another. You know what I mean? There's an element of the typing that makes people feel okay to be rude, but when people are talking, it seems like less of that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you been on Twitch ever and watched Twitch streams?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it would be more sheltered and protected than this Clubhouse thing. You could be a little more unhinged on Clubhouse. It's a little more 18 plus than Twitch is 10 year. There's the teenagers on there. So.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm not sure what the age limit is on the Clubhouse. Or
not to say, I know teenagers are my main audience for this.
Oh, this is for teenagers? Wow.
Well, no, just teenagers are the only people that have the time to listen to my 3-hour long Casey Judson show.
Oh, right. I'm sure they'll be enthralled. With, yeah. So, yeah, at Case Judd.
Should we engage Andy or just let
Definitely,
him? Let's see how long he can just sit there for 20 minutes in silence.
Are you a fan of social media at all? Probably not even very much at all, huh?
No, the only reason I even got Instagram was because I mentioned to somebody that I had been doing comedy, and they said, "What's your Instagram?" Like it was a given that I had one,
Right. Yeah.
I got a Twitter because for an open mic in the past, you had to sign up through Twitter.
Oh, really?
It's Scratch.
Yeah, Scratch Telly.
I remember that.
No, I'm not big on social media. It's fucking toxic.
So what do you think about Ty? What's his name?
Ty Young.
Ty Young. Yeah.
Fucking love him.
Yeah.
Shout out Ty Young.
Biggest inside joke comedian in the outdoor comedy Seattle culture of
he's the best, man.
Winter 2021.
He's the son I never had. He's the son I never had.
He's a professional vagabond that lives on a boat, you know?
Yeah.
Which he needs another synonym for professional vagabond. Do you guys have any?
Bum?
Professional bum, then.
No, well, yeah, bums don't make any money. He'd probably find that disparaging.
I used the word bum one time, and
yeah, fucking bum, yeah. Sorry.
You remember that thing Robert was doing at the Comedy Underground, the little homeless?
Yeah.
Right, handing out, yeah.
So I volunteered for that for a few days, and so I was in there like making sandwiches, and this girl comes in that I'm not gonna say her name.
Mm-hmm.
Comes in, and she's like, "What are we doing here?" I was like, "Well, we're making sandwiches and food to pass out." He goes, "To pass out to who?" And I was like, "To bums." She's like, "What?"
Yes.
And I was like, homeless people. I thought it'd be fun to say bum because it's like old timey. And she goes, "Oh, you mean like the N word?" And then she didn't help and left.
Oh, wow. That's very, very leftist of her.
I'm just saying, like, what a hero to give me shit about calling him. But I fed like 200 people that fucking day. She comes in and talks shit and leaves.
It sounds like a real life internet troll, kind of like they watch the.
You guys know her.
I do know her.
The people.
LL, not that cool, J.
Oh shit.
The people that
fucking love her, man.
The people that are watching this and they're like on YouTube being like, this, it's not that great of a podcast, and then
fuck you, it's a great podcast.
No, but then people who comment like that, and then they're like, well, they're not even trying to make a podcast or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah,
it's like that person is like, oh, I'm not going to help try to feed people.
Yes.
Right. I mean, the point of the story is that, like, there used to be, I don't know what it standed for, but that clothing line that was BUM.
Oh, yeah.
Bum equipment.
Yeah, I wore a sweatshirt
Yeah.
At my grandparents' house, and my dad's.
So you're hot shit, in other words.
My dad's dad. Well, I was like 11 or 9 or something.
Yeah, you're the man with your bum equipment.
He's gay. Yeah. That's a gay shirt.
That's the decade
but
after.
You don't know what gay was.
National news.
All right, let him tell a story.
All right.
Oh, my grandfather was like, you know what that word means, right? And then he taught me a lesson. He was like, you're gonna go feed 200 people.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm breaking it back around.
Oh, that was good, though. Damn. That was a valuable lesson.
I'll show you some bum equipment.
Yeah.
You spoiled little fuck.
You know what some bum equipment is? It's like a knapsack.
Well, it's an iPhone now.
Oh.
Because they have them, too.
Oh, really? Bums have a... we got to stop using the term.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen, like, people... Dudes on the side of the road with like a sign, and while they're waiting for people to give them money, they're like swiping.
Oh yeah, we're in the midst of dark times. It's dark times.
Well,
as soon as we leave here, it's mayhem.
It's like video games are like a mental health source of, you're in a dark place, you play video games, and then like a smartphone is kind of like a video game. Yeah. At least you have connection to a light source that's artificial, so you can. That's why they stay. No, I'm just okay.
No, it's true, man. I spend a lot of time on my phone, and it has the illusion of you're connected and there's light and you're talking to people, and so there is a social aspect to it, but there's also sort of part of it that's not good. And we already know that. We all know that. Look, I'm looking at it right now. It's like so rude.
Yeah. Yeah. To who? Me?
No, it's just rude.
It's just a rude thing to look at a phone.
It is. It's rude to look at a phone.
If I had my phone within reach, I might look at it.
I know. We have to look at it. We have to do.
So you want to come on next week?
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, I'm not going to be invited back.
We're going to do a charcoal grill in here, and we're going to...
wow.
You get the real good taste if you get that hot embers,
I love this area. I love this neighborhood.
Oh yeah, shout out to Green Lake.
Yeah, it's just a nice area.
Are we in Green Lake or are we in L.A.? You know,
we don't. I mean,
there's
yeah,
two locations.
We could lie. Oh yeah, there's an L.A. location. That's right.
Yeah.
Huh? So I could technically I could like start a podcast.
Yeah.
And have it just be like a huge coast to coast hit and just make
international.
International.
Outer space even.
Yeah, we're just like everyone wants to hear my voice, and we record it right here. Then I could like control people's careers by like mentioning them.
Or you could use Clubhouse.
That's true. That reminds me of an idea because I thought of some ideas.
By the way,
Marcus Netters.
Oh yeah, he should have been here.
Shout out to Marcus Netters. I invited him to be the surprise guest.
I should have talked it out last Tuesday.
Right. I invited him to come in the middle of it and ruin it.
As God dry cleaned it or whatever.
He already forgets it. That's how much respect my show is worth. It's not.
Anyways,
it's not
you got me into Anchor, which was the podcast app. I did 200 podcast episodes.
Oh wow!
It was actually just freestyle, or it was poetry.
I remember you were on one of my first few that I did. I actually like the process of like snipping it together and putting it together in the little way that you could on there. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's still going. You still do them?
No.
Yeah, you could just do a podcast solely on your phone. And you could even get it to be put on iTunes, everything, and you didn't have to have any equipment or anything.
Well, they put it on everything for you, but then they throw their advertisements.
I think that's what Joe Gomez does with his.
Right. Well, so that's the part of it that's good. You don't have to get everything and edit everything. I mean, there's some editing involved. But yeah,
Gomez was on fire the other night. How come you don't come out to Flying Boots?
I just I end up finding other things to do on Thursdays, but
I was going to, and then I got on.
I like Steve. I like Steve's history as like a human.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He used to play drums at the Pink Door, which is just some like a bougie Italian place that has like trapeze stuff going on or whatever.
I used to work at a restaurant up in above the Pike Place Bar and Grill in that building across the street from the Market Clock and all that. The corner market building.
The Virginia Inn?
No, it's called the corner market building where the Pike Place Bar and Grill is, and there's a bookstore down below.
Okay.
But anyway, we would run out of. I was 17, and we would run out of stuff, and they would send me over to the Pink Door. Hey, do you have any bread? So I was like I'd have to be like, yeah, or Champagne. There's another place called a French restaurant, Champagne.
There was like is this a while ago?
Yeah, when I was 17, so like 4 or 5 years back.
There was like there was like a Cajun place, or I don't know if it was bagels or Cajun, but I think it was owned by deaf people.
Oh.
We went as a field trip, and then they closed down.
Is that what started your
like
interest in signing?
Ago. No. That was just
that's the best kind of thing where you're like, no, that's not at all related to that in any way. And frankly, I resent you asking.
No, it was just a field trip for that class. Yeah. I think.
I don't know. On radio, you're supposed to pretend that was, and then you know another.
Oh, in radio.
And then you can connect.
Is this radio?
Yeah, this is like radio, except for the fucking cameras.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're releasing all the WTFs with Mark Maron on YouTube slowly, but it's like everything from like 10 years ago. It's like they uploaded it today because they're like getting a larger audience or something.
Oh, so he recorded a video for all of?
No, it's just like it's just a still image of the guest, and they just have.
I've heard some on YouTube. So I'm surfing through. I've seen ones that I've watched.
Yeah,
I was a really big fan of WTF for a while. You ever listen to that, Andy? No, you might actually like it.
I haven't given Mark Maron much of a chance. He didn't make a real big impression on me, and like I want to like him, but
yeah,
he didn't grab me right away, and I moved on to something else.
With his stand-up,
maybe I'll check him out later. Anything he's done.
Yeah, well, he's an asshole and everything. But I was watching him on Norm Macdonald Live, and he's interviewing Mark Maron, and he said. He actually asked Norm, "What do you think I'm better at, stand-up or podcasting?" And then Norm said, "Norm, it's too honest." He said, "I think you're better without a crowd."
Uh-huh.
And he was offended. You could tell he was offended, but like in a real way, not like, "What? I can't believe." He was like, quiet. And then
the way he worded it.
But it's actually true.
Yeah.
Mark Maron is actually a radio host. He does an intro and he interviews a guy, and there's no picture and there's no crowd. And so that's where he made his money. And when he was a stand-up, he was nobody. Nobody knew nothing about Mark Maron as a stand-up. And then when I watched him do stand-up after listening to his radio, and I was like, oh, I thought he was going to be funnier. And so his stand-up's probably pretty damn solid and everything, but I think
maybe
he's right. He's
stand-up's like a vessel for a lot of people. Like it's like a networking.
Yeah,
you figure out like, oh, do I want to be a scriptwriter or a voiceover comedian, or do I just want to keep doing stand-up till I die?
Right.
And I'm gonna die soon because I'm gonna.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I want to just do stand-up, and then right at the very end before I die, I get like where I'm like
in 10 years when you're still doing the same bit about like, so I sit a lot and I'm not getting in shape, and then I. I don't know.
I don't know if you think that's a good bit, then I'll keep doing it.
Nah, that's an example.
Right.
You never do bits for 10 years.
No,
like
I always
10 years ago when you did your bit about whatever you used to do your bits about.
I still pull them out and use them and stuff. It's not like I reject it all. You know what I mean? It's like I like to make new stuff. It's just funner to say new stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing it for the same 4 people every Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. I do think
that puts such a different take on it when you're.
It does.
Like, man,
I liked.
These people have heard this shit before, and I got nothing left.
I liked when I brought a jump rope to the Intent comedy.
Oh, okay.
And then you started singing like a jump rope song.
Oh yeah.
And then it was in my head and I got discouraged and stopped.
Oh.
But I should have kept.
Oh right, yeah. I was just trying to have fun. I wasn't trying to make fun of you.
And I should be trying to have fun too.
Yeah.
I should be doing.
Yeah, that's seems in your wheelhouse. Back in the day, or what I would see of you, you'd always be having fun. It looks like you're having fun anyway.
Yeah.
It might be miserable, but it looked fun. Like you'd lift the
I get
stool
into
up
these
and stand up on the thing.
Oh, on stage.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah. One time I was at the Europub. I think you weren't there, but you had been doing all this like I'm a
physical comedian.
Yeah, you'd say like I'm Robbie Schrader. I'm doing a thing. I'm
grabbing this thing. Is this a bit? Is this a bit?
Yeah. Is this a bit? Yeah. And then it was the pool table there, and I was like, look, I'm Robbie Schrader. I'm shooting pool. And then there was just a ball, and I didn't look, and I made the ball. Like it was like awesome.
It went in the hole.
Yeah. It was just, I've never been able to do that normally. It was just with a microphone. I was holding the thing, and I went, I'm Robbie Schrader. I'm shooting pool.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is fun to just fuck around, you know. Do a little bit of messing around improv.
Yeah, that's
I remember
fun.
Rick Taylor saying you're not comedy, you're
you have to pull him into this.
Yeah, I gotta bring sorry, I don't want to burn bridges with Rick. He knows what he's doing nowadays. But yeah,
he's on next week.
Oh shit, I'll be down.
It's you and him.
Oh, that would be fun.
And Marcus Netters.
But it would be fun to talk to Rick, actually, I think. Maybe not, depending on his
as long as you complimented him enough. I don't know.
No,
you know what's funny?
None of that shit.
I only talked to Rick once.
Oh yeah.
And he pulled me aside and he was like, "Hey, I've seen you a couple of times. I like what you're doing." He goes, "You want to start doing weekend spots?" And I was like, "Really? I'd love to." And then that was the last week they were open.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is at Club Comedy.
Yeah, it was the last week. After that, everything was all, pandemic, quarantine, all that shit.
Hey, you. It's good to end on a high note,
Retire undefeated.
What? Retire in what?
Retire undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
That sounds so bad, so bleak.
I played soccer from 4th to 8th grade, and we never lost a game.
Oh wow, nice.
But I also never scored a goal.
Oh, okay. Were you the goalie?
No.
I was like, please let him be the goalie. So yes, that'd be funny if he was the goalie. Yeah. So did you? Were you good at defense, or
I was
okay.
Just there? I had
just there, and
I had a couple decent games where I had moments in games where I'd juked out somebody.
Oh, wow.
They're like, "Hey, you can play midfield because we're up 5 points."
Hey, that reminds me. Adam Tiller, he does this bit where he says he's a white guy who played basketball, and I was like, "Oh, you're one of the backups on Gonzaga." Because Gonzaga right now is one of the best team in the nation out in Spokane, and they have the guys who are really good, who are not white.
Yeah.
And then they get a 50-point lead, and then they bring in all the white guys, and then they go, "Do what you want. It's all the game has been secured." And then those guys are actually pretty good too.
Is college basketball is on ESPN?
Sure, sometimes it's on other channels too.
ESPN 4.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's on FS1, Fox Sports 1. I don't know. I don't get an opportunity to touch the remote control that often in my house, so
it's just in the cat. It's in the cat.
No, my girlfriend controls everything. She's a controller.
And you have the TV syncs to all the different TVs in the house, so whatever she's watching is on all of them.
No, it's not that bad. But that'd be funny. Don't give her this. I'm not gonna let her listen to this podcast. That's for sure.
Yeah.
She'll be like, yeah. She always has the remote. Well, she goes to bed.
She wouldn't put it on. She wouldn't put on this podcast because she's watching something else.
She is. She watches your show that you like, Antiques Roadshow. She likes that a lot. We watch that together sometimes. And Finding Your Roots.
What's Finding Your Roots about?
That's where they bring on a white person and they're like, "We traced your ancestry," and they own slaves.
This is true.
He like stares at him.
Have you
You're
seen
like,
it?
whoa, what happened? Is
Henry
this an
Louis,
ambush? Jesus, fuck.
Henry Louis Gates, he takes two people and in one show and he goes back in their ancestry, and a lot of times they find out as a twist to the show that they have some similar ancestry or are even actually related.
Oh, two people?
Yeah. So one, he had Bernie Sanders and Larry David on, and he actually, I don't know if you know, but Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm and all that, he has a part where he does a bit where he plays Bernie Sanders because he kind of looks like Bernie Sanders. I think it was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
they did the genealogy, and they are actually like distant cousins.
I thought
they were both blown away. They are in fact related to each other.
It's like you explained who Larry David is, but I'm like, who's Bernie Sanders?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Maybe who's more famous now? I guess Bernie Sanders.
Oh,
is
definitely.
More famous. Yeah, everybody knows Bernie Sanders.
The mitten meme.
Great guy. From Vermont, like Jason McBride. Shout out to Jason McBride.
Oh yeah, hey Jason.
I invited him tonight, and he expressed zero interest.
Well, he would have had it.
Yeah,
pre-plan it.
Yeah, and also he has a immense still trauma over being in podcast.
He doesn't want to be in the same room as you.
Ever.
That's why he's not going to indoor comedy.
Oh, is that right? Damn. Oh well.
No, I'm making it up.
Oh, that's okay. It's fine.
I'm just feeding your ego.
Yes, it did. Right.
Or whatever. I don't know what an ego is.
I think it deflates it, but whatever.
Oh,
yeah, what is an ego? Let's talk about that for an hour. What is ego? Yeah.
We're at the 42-minute mark.
Oh.
So we only have 18 more minutes. Actually, there's no time limit. I
hurry up and be interesting.
No.
We've only got 18 minutes.
I have to do it? Why do I?
No, we don't have to. We can stay until.
No, I have bits to do or whatever.
How long could you
want to do?
No, nothing.
Huh?
Just
Are we supposed to be doing more physical gags? Because it's like this is talking.
No, I don't think so.
You're pretty physical, but I'm not insulting you or anything. But we're not really that physical as far as I haven't. I mean, you may be great leaper for all I know. I just haven't seen it.
What other podcasts have you listened to besides?
I am a great leaper.
See that I stereotyped you.
Yeah, it's a great guess.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Leaping is.
Hey, this guy right here, the guy on the right, there, he's a tremendous leaper.
Yeah. I can really leap.
Amazing. What was your question? The podcast I've listened to?
It was like you said you used to listen to Mark Maron's. Did you ever listen to Pete Holmes's?
I don't. I like Pete Holmes. I never listened to his podcast.
I don't like Pete Holmes.
Nice. I love it when people don't like people.
I loved Crashing, though.
Oh.
I watched that.
So
I liked
much.
it. Artie Lang. Shout out to Artie Lang.
Yeah, Artie Lang's fun.
Yeah,
I read both his books he released. I think he released a third one that I haven't read, but
he said a very wise thing that I have liked about sports gambling. So there's no a guy told him there's no good football games on this week.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, how much money do you have in the bank? And he's like, about $3,000. He goes, we'll just bet $5,000 on the Jets. Now it'll be a really great football game. It's the best, most interesting football game you've ever watched. You're like, my entire life is on this game. That's how sports gamblers think. They're like, don't bet within your means. Bet everything.
His second book that he wrote, his second autobiography, was like he lies to you in it.
Oh, okay.
Like he's trying to like kill himself, but he's like, I'm trying to fall asleep. I'm just trying to like cut myself with a kitchen knife in my belly to just, fall asleep, try to OD on antidepressants. But then like second to last chapter, he's like, back in page 70 when I told you I was just trying to fall asleep, I knew I was trying to kill myself. That's and I was like, oh, you betrayed me. What a good move.
Yeah.
Compelling book.
Wow, interesting. Is that the Too Fat to Fish? Is that the one? That's one I know of.
I think that's the first book, and then the second is, I can't remember.
Yeah, he's a wild man. He's a wild.
I read Sam Tallent's book, Burning the Light.
Okay.
It was good. I actually sent it to my friend in Texas that I'm trying to... He moved to Texas because his dad lives there.
Okay.
But we're going to try to write a movie by the end of April.
And then Thursday we did the Lucky Duck, and the Lucky Duck is fucking fun. And by the way, you know why I can't wait to do the Lucky Duck?
No, why?
Well, because it segues right into my...
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I can be like,
I
know a duck that wasn't so lucky.
Yes,
and then just go right into it. Besides the Lucky Duck,
that's going to be a killer bit, man. I'm not saying it's not, but I feel like you could make it even better.
Well, the thing is that what I'm doing with it is I'm using it as a segue into like all these other like, and I've already started doing it, but just different shit that we do to animals.
Sure, yeah.
Especially like the dog. Like I've been thinking about shit about the dog like so much.
Oh yeah, part of your family.
Yeah, like how like, and I mean I mentioned this before, but I just thought of this part of it today. Like you'll cut your dog's tail off just so it doesn't knock your wine glass off the fucking coffee table, and it's like that last foot and a half of its spine that shows how happy he is. And just lop it off, because you don't want to get your carpet stained.
Oh, we're back now?
Yeah.
We're back.
So
now.
I
thought you were doing
if we were professional, and we're back.
I was doing the grab the tail, cut it off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like, now begin recording. I missed the cue by the mile.
No, we were having technical issues, as you both know.
Yeah.
Where your video feed
we were
cut off. So what I ended up doing was I turned off the camera and I unplugged this little HDMI cord or whatever.
Problem solver.
Plugged it back in, and so far
stop the show if it was me.
So far it hasn't cut out, but I think
I guess we're all just going home now.
Yeah.
We're going home now? It's over?
No, I'm saying that's what would have happened if I had been in charge.
Oh, right. Sorry. My brain only has so many
cells.
Yeah, it just dies after a while.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, I want to tell a joke. Okay, it's not really a joke, but let's just begin. Marcus Netters and I were talking in the process of starting our own podcast.
Okay.
And his idea, I'm trying to be more agreeable. So if someone suggests an idea, I say, okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Just a doormat. So he wants to do a podcast where we read a book for a month, like a famous, heavy, important book.
Okay.
And then we review the book.
Oh, I like it.
And it's just the first Saturday of each month. We record somewhere, on my house or here.
We could do it here.
Yeah, we could do it here. Sure.
I would agree to doing a free.
Oh, we don't have to be free. I'm not poor. I can pay. Shit.
Well,
I like paying.
You do one free with him and one free with you. I don't know if that's.
Oh, right. We can just keep
rotating.
And then you
keep Jewing.
Now it's his free one.
Then you split the cost.
I actually think you
discount.
I actually think you can make money at something if you agree to pay first, because then you have to recoup that. That's what I've been suggesting. Because as soon as it's a free thing, everybody's just like, whatever, I'll come or not to the free loser. But anyway, Marcus wants to do this podcast where we listen, where we.
Wait, have you decided on a first book?
Yes, we have. Anyway, the thing I added to
the joke is
the thing I added to the idea was that I want the first half of the podcast to be us talking about the book, and then the second half of the podcast is the writer of the book comes on, and we talk about what we just said, and they say like, you guys are idiots and totally misunderstood the book.
So the writer has to be alive,
right? So our first book, of course, is Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler. But I'm having a really tough time getting in touch with Hitler's agent.
You get
it's like really weird, you know.
You get
it's hard to get it.
You get a comedian to dress up like Hitler.
Right. Right. We could. Right. So I told him I'd tell that on the anyway.
Or we could do something.
Hitler's agent is the punchline, just in case you didn't all hear it. Offensive? It's not offensive in content. It's offensive in joke structure. In other words, it's a poor joke. But someone who's a Hitler expert.
Do you have a name for the podcast?
I was going to call it The Reveal.
Have you looked up to see if that's been taken?
No, I thought of it like 2 hours ago. I was sitting out there. The Reveal. I'm sure someone has a show called The Reveal, but it's probably about like some like lady taking her pants off or something.
I was trying to name this one, and I
just this one, or
no
series?
this series,
right.
And then I just went back to the blurb of my buddy who used to make Digital Robbie into a thing, but it wasn't really a podcast, and so now it is.
It was a video.
It was like a video interview show.
It was good. It was good. I liked it. It was fun
it
to
was
watch.
a little bouncy. It was good. Yeah, we had we had like 8 episodes.
I remember seeing the McBride one. I remember seeing who else? There's another one that was interesting.
Isla Slisco.
Yeah, I like her. I saw her at it's her, right?
Yeah, her.
I saw her at the PCC by my house, eating in the food court before all this nonsense happened.
Yeah, she moved to Boston or something.
Oh,
she
wow.
lives over in New York or something.
I liked her. She's very sedate.
Yeah, she got a T-shirt made that said the Slisco Disco or something.
Oh, right. Yeah, Slisco Fever.
Slisco Fever,
right,
that's
that
it.
one. Oh,
and it, more than people than just me wanted a shirt.
It's funny, yeah.
And then she was like, I only got one shirt made. So.
That shirt's now a cult item.
A cult member of one.
We should all have
herself.
shirts.
Yeah.
You know? You got any shirts?
I got all kinds of shirts. I have more custom shirts than non-custom shirts.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
I meant like Andy Harter shirts, but you mean
no.
like other comics.
No, but I mean
you
like
could have. How did you kill that duck? How did you kill the duck? It was like
It was with a stick.
Yeah, so you just have a hand holding a stick with this duck with like a broken neck on a shirt.
That's the dream.
And then you sell this merch. You're like, hey, remember that joke?
Right. Yeah.
I guess so.
No, that's
He's
how
like
that's how
very
comedians.
skeptical.
That's how comedians.
He's like, I don't even like the bit that much.
Like if Casey had a shirt based off his Leonardo DiCaprio bit,
yes.
You'd have a picture of a character of Leo and then a character of Casey, and then the ages underneath or something.
Yeah.
Like ages, like Casey's like 45 or whatever, and then Leonardo DiCaprio is like 58 or something.
Yeah. Andy, have you ever even heard me tell that joke?
Many times.
Oh, okay. Well, so when I started, within like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I'm outside and the guy is like, "Hey, you look like an old Leonardo DiCaprio." Gabe Stanley.
Okay.
So Gabe Stanley wrote that.
We're gonna dox that name.
Yeah, Gabe Stanley. He's like, "Hey, bro, you look like fucking old Leonardo DiCaprio." But then I made it into a joke, and then when I did it, it was like enormous roars of laughter, and then it's like still all the joke writing efforts. And it's still like if I tell it perfectly, it's like enormous roar. It's literally like the dumbest.
Written
joke.
by Gabe Stanley.
Yeah, and he actually said, "Hey, man, I kind of wrote that joke." No, you just said a fucking insult, and then I turned it into a joke.
Well,
but it's funny that you can actually take like all insults that you receive for like a year and a half, and you could have a whole special just on jokes that things that people like. Your head's fat. You're just endless insults.
I've been roasted really good several times and thought like, I wouldn't mind repeating that on stage. Actually.
It's yours. It's yours.
I don't know.
You were insulted. That's the price.
Well, what if like you're in the audience and a comedian roasts you as an audience member? You think you can then use that as your bit?
Nope, just comics because they were being rude. Usually they're being rude.
The one I'm thinking of in particular, he actually asked my permission. He said, "Can I roast you?" And I said, "Yes."
Oh, I just go.
And then he said, "You look like if fettuccine Alfredo was a person."
Oh, I heard that live.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Jesse Warren.
Jesse Warren, he's good. He's good.
So when he insulted you about the Leonardo DiCaprio thing,
yeah, it wasn't too big of a insult.
Did you take offense?
Oh, no, not really. I don't think. Not from him. I've taken offense a few times, obviously, from certain people. Cause
I was told.
Because, you know what it is? What I perceived was, we've been through this. Now I'm happy about it. But they're not only insulting you, they're also simultaneously cutting off any opportunities you have. So they're forcing you to be a marginalized asshole while insulting you. So I'm like, if you invite me on and include me and we're having fun, like me and you guys, you and Jason, you're like, come up to my thing and we'll hang out.
He was just
and then you're roasting. I can handle all kinds of roasts. I can handle, go ahead all day long, But I mean, if you're also not speaking to me and then you're
So he just said it to you without it just being rude.
Well, Gabe was a fellow loser. So Gabe gives me like a friend.
So he was roasting you. I'm lost in what you're saying. Was it a roast or was he excluding you and cutting you off?
No, he's just a loser like me. He doesn't know no
That's
power.
That's what I thought.
He's just a struggling open micer. He was just roasting me outside, having fun. But it wasn't offended. I just turned it into a joke that day, and then it was I added some features to it because it's funny to be called a senior citizen Leonardo DiCaprio when you're in fact younger than Leonardo DiCaprio. That's just the funny.
What is your actual age and what is his actual age? I feel like it's got to be kind of close.
I think I'm actually not younger than him, but I just say that because I want to. Because it makes it a better joke. I told people right away. I go, it's funny. It's not. I'm only 2 years older. That's not as funny. Just turn it into 2 years older.
Right.
It's funny to be called someone as a senior of someone, and I really don't remember now. I've lied about it so many times because you're allowed to lie in jokes. I think if I remember correctly, Leonardo DiCaprio is 2 years older than me. I'm 49 years old.
Lying in my jokes.
And Leo, I don't know. Look, Jamie, look it up. How old is
Jamie?
Jamie, pretending we're Joe Rogan.
That'd be if we had an engineer. I could go to it right now.
I know. If we mattered,
get on it. Red
if we mattered, we.
I got roasted. I shaved my face off. Shaved my beard off.
Whole face.
And a comedian was like, "Hey, you look like a pedophile." And I couldn't really read into it, and I just took offense because it was
it's kind of.
Well, that's a stupid roast.
Yeah.
And then I haven't shaved my face since.
Well, unless you've seen his face when it's shaved, then you're like, oh, okay.
No, it's just a cheap.
Yeah,
it's a pedophile.
It's true. It's true. But if I could,
weak.
But what if
I don't care who you call a pedophile. If that's all you say and you don't say how or why or anything, that shit is weak.
Although it can be kind of funny.
What if I turned around and used that on stage? Although that person probably wouldn't recognize that.
If you say I look like a pedophile,
you're like, so I shaved my face. Don't I look like a?
Also lame. Please don't do that.
Yeah, it would be totally inside. Drama.
My favorite insulter was Josh Chambers because he's so talented, and so he would be, and also we had the same job and he would ask me to work for him because he's doing something important, and I would always have to say yes.
Like he was doing a
so
set
I'm his
at the
bitch. Or some actual paid thing anyway, but he would be like, one time you'd get a Friday night Jai Thai spot, and it was kind of, sometimes someone would say...
You'd be working and you'd go up while you were working?
No, sometimes a guy would say, hey, man, I'll give you money if you let me do your spot. Like, they wanted to get on.
Right.
And then they'd try to big time you, like, if you want to be cool with me. Anyway, one time Josh Chambers was like, okay, man, I got a deal for you. I'll give you $20. Oh, no.
And a shift?
No, he said, I got to get it right. He said, I'll take your spot for free, and you just go home and quit comedy and never come back. And then I told that as a joke. It's a great joke.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, oh well, fuck you, Josh Chambers. That's my joke. All the jokes you tell about me are if they're insulting to me, then they're my joke. That's my rule, because you didn't ask me first if you could insult me. So, and there's no rules, obviously. So my new rule is that's my joke now. Thanks a lot. Thanks very much. Anyway, I hope he's doing good, Josh Chambers.
I think I had an out-of-body experience when you explained that last part.
Oh.
No, he's fun. He's a fun guy. I saw him a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Briefly.
How's he doing? His baby's probably like 5 now.
Yeah.
It's probably not been that long, but time goes by fast.
People grow older when in
chronology
COVID,
is... Yeah.
Chronology.
I'm explaining that time accumulates.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating stuff. Yes.
Well, should we wrap this up? I could switch the screen, play the outro.
Okay, do whatever you got to do.
Any final comments?
I don't know. Do you have any?
This will be interesting editing for me to. Just
painful, actually. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Editing.
Not that I've dealt with pretty bad editing with Zoom open mics because I help record a Zoom open mic once a week. That actually has maybe evolved into a drawing hangout session instead of performing comedy.
Oh, it's all right.
So it's actually pretty fun. But
oh man, I don't know how to draw that well.
Well, they give you a prompt. I drew a giant mouse with fighting tiny elephants.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Shout out to
you're good at everything.
The
man.
website.
I was talking to some people and they were telling me what a genius you were.
Jason.
I've used that word in reference to Robbie as well.
I used to have a buddy I grew up with.
I don't fucking get it personally, but I like it.
One time John Banning was like, Casey could never comprehend what you do on stage. But he was referring to like music.
Oh. Why does it got to be me? There's a lot of things I can't comprehend.
I don't know. Well, no, it was the
time.
It
must be something about me that it's.
It was when I pissed you off that one time.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I always like these tidbits of something later, like just when it's leaving the consciousness, and then
who's back,
then
baby?
you'll say it, and then you'll say the trigger, or it's actually a trigger. I never understood triggers.
Until
you embody the idea of trigger.
Oh man,
you'll just mention it. You'll like a crumb. You'll mention it, and then you'll be upset that I'm
that you
planted it.
Yeah.
You planted it.
You know what Jason calls that, McBride? He says, "Oh, you just got Robbie Schradered."
Oh, is that right? Yeah. I get it. Oh, he's sensitive too. Yeah, he probably gets it. In some ways, I kind of like it. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, fuck John Banning, man. He's a fucking asshole. Some of that shit he does. I hate little fucking passive aggressive shit like that. I'm always like, why don't you just have a conversation and like talk about some shit? You know what I mean? But that's just how some people are.
Dude, when him and
oh, you gotta do the music, or are we done?